Today's episode is a request from Jacqui van der Schyff. I hope it lives up to your expectations. Place 700 grams medium-sized prawns in a deep pan or a pot. The prawns must be in the shell with the head on, as this contributes to the flavour of the prawn meat, the sauce and the pastry. Pour in 480 ml hot chicken stock. Place the pan over high heat and bring it to a boil. Allow this to boil for 2 minutes, then remove from the heat. Be sure to turn the uppermost prawns to ensure that everything cooks evenly. Remove the prawns from the liquid and set these aside to cool. Strain the liquid through a sieve and set this aside. Measure out 30 grams butter, 15 ml oil, chop 1 tomato, 1 onion, 4 cloves garlic, 2 tablespoons flat leaf parsley. In addition, you'll need the zest of 1 lemon and the juice of 1 lemon and a teaspoon of chilli flakes. By this stage, the prawns would have cooled enough to peel and chop. Chop them relatively finely, but not to a paste. Saute the onion in the butter until just starting to brown. Add all of the remaining ingredients from this section. Fry these for 3 to 4 minutes until everything is soft, then add the chopped prawns. Remove the pan from the heat. Measure out a 1/4 cup of the prawn liquid that was reserved after cooking the prawns. In addition, a 1/2 cup of full cream milk, whisk 2 egg yolks, weigh 30 grams butter, and measure 2 tablespoons all-purpose flour. Melt the butter in a pan and add the flour. Stir the flour in until you have a smooth paste or roux. This should cook for 1 to 2 minutes. Remove from the heat. Whisk the milk and prawn liquid into the roux thoroughly until smooth. Return the pan to the heat and bring it to a boil. Reduce the heat and simmer for 5 to 6 minutes until thickened. Whisk in the egg yolks and cook for a further minute. Remove the pan from the heat and pour the sauce into the prawn mixture. To make the dough, measure out 45 grams butter. Mix together 1 cup prawn cooking liquid and 1 cup milk. Measure 4 cups all-purpose flour and a little extra on the side just in case it is needed for kneading and rolling. Add the prawn liquid milk mixture and the butter to the pan. Place the pan over high heat and bring to a boil. Then remove the pan from the heat. Add the flour to the liquid a little at a time and mix this in, first using a whisk. Then as the liquid becomes stiff, a wooden spoon. And then finally by hand. Once most of the flour is incorporated, turn the dough out onto the counter and start to knead it until all of the flour is incorporated. If the dough is still sticky, add a little extra flour from the side reserve. When the dough is smooth, wrap it in cling wrap and allow this to rest for 15 minutes. To make the rissoles, start with 1/4 of the dough, keeping the remaining dough wrapped. Using a scale, portion the dough into 20-gram portions and roll these into balls. Fold a single portion of the dough in a plastic bread bag and use a flat-bottomed dinner plate to press it flat. Use your roller to continue rolling this out to a diameter of around 80 millimeters. Put this aside and continue until all of the discs are rolled. If you can't find bread bags, any plastic should work fine. Place a slightly heaped teaspoon measure of the filling in the center of a pastry disc. Use the plastic to fold the pastry over the filling. Crimp the pastry lightly in the front and work around the edges, removing as much air as possible in the process. Use the tines of a fork to seal and pattern the edges. Keep the rissoles in their plastic to prevent them from drying out. Continue until all of the rissoles are completed. To coat the rissoles, beat 4 eggs and half fill a bowl with breadcrumbs. Dunk one of the rissoles in the egg and wet it all over. Then transfer it to the breadcrumbs to coat. Transfer this to a platter to wait while you continue with the remaining rissoles. Heat your oil to 180 Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit and fry the rissoles for 2 to 3 minutes until golden and slightly puffed up. Don't be tempted to fry for any longer, as steam will build up in the rissoles and they will rupture. Once complete, remove from the oil and serve immediately. In a 5-liter fryer, you can comfortably fry 10 to 12 rissoles at a time. Adjust your frying load accordingly if your fryer or pan is smaller or larger. This recipe will make approximately 60 rissoles. Thanks for joining us today. Please like, subscribe and share, and we'll see you again real soon